Good morning. Here from Mayor's Report Thursday, May 13th. It's Bike to Work Day. I was happy to participate in that here at the BART station. The City of Dublin is a partner with the East Bay Bicycle Coalition every year on the Bike to Work Day. This year, another successful event. As you see, every year the amount of cyclists increase as more and more people look for the opportunities for alternative means of transportation. In this case, we're promoting cycling. I remember when I participated last year, and it actually has made an impact even in my own commute patterns. I try to bike at least once a week to work where the opportunity presents itself. Can't always make it once a week, but I have noticed that once I started with the Bike to Work Day, I do find myself choosing to ride my bike as opposed to getting in the car, and every little bit helps. I'm part of a group called Be the Change, a cycling group here in the Tri-Valley. Just a small group, 25, 30 members, but the amount of the decrease in terms of greenhouse gas emissions from the decisions we make to ride our bike makes a huge impact, even when we just choose to ride our bikes locally here in the Tri-Valley. So today, on Bike to Work Day, I want to encourage people where the opportunity presents itself this spring and summer as the weather's nicer to ride their bikes. Here at the BART station, we had an Energizer station. Dublin Cyclery was a big sponsor. My Councilmember Biddle joined me. We were giving out t-shirts, goodie bags, some free bike repairs. We had some beverages, some food. It was a great event here, and it's become an annual tradition here in the East Bay. I want to report out on my council meeting, our council meeting on May 14th. We took action on a number of important items. First, on restaurants, we partnered with DSRSD. I've talked about this before, but now it's official, where we lowered the sewer connection fee for new restaurants that want to move into the city of Dublin. Now, it's not for every restaurant, but we basically took the excess credits that the city had in sewer capacity, and we're going to transfer those on a case-by-case basis to certain desirable restaurants that we might want to have here in the city. I think many people know sometimes the sewer connection fee has been an obstacle. DSRSD partnered with the city on this new program to make that less of an obstacle, and in reality it could be as much as $100,000 or more reduction in terms of the startup costs for doing business here in Dublin for a new restaurant. So really happy to do that. Again, kind of another component of our economic toolbox to add incentives to come to do business in Dublin. The other thing that the council made an official decision on is that we are not going to go forward this November with any type of a user utility tax as part of balancing the budget. I reported out on the budget study session last week. We feel with the targeted service reductions that we've done, as well as hoping that the economy improves and some of the rainy day surplus that we still have, that a tax was not necessary at this time. In 2012, if things don't improve, we might reconsider at that time, but at least for November of 2010, as some people had maybe thought that we might be going forward with the tax, we've decided we are not going to do that. So I just wanted to report out on that. That decision was made. But the one thing that we did decide relative to that was we're going to continue our community engagement as it pertains to the budget. So we're going to send out a mailing late summer, early fall with all the details surrounding the 2010-2011 budget. We're going to have another component of the public on the front end of the planning for the budget for 2011-2012. And late 2011, we're going to be doing a survey again of residents just about services and programs that they'd like to see in their priorities. Because, as we've talked about before, communications being a strategic initiative for the city, we want to make sure that we continue to communicate effectively. A couple other quick items. Bus rapid transit still moving forward. We talked about you're seeing some of the work being done right now, putting in the bus stops all throughout the city. That should be starting in January of 2011, so we're excited about that. A lot of times I get questions about, what's going on. Is that city funded? That's not a city funded project. That's funded by LAFTA, but we are a participant and we are a beneficiary of the improved bus service that'll start in January of 2011. You're going to see purple ribbons around the city coming up to promote the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. That's the week of July 10th and 11th. It's going to be at Fallon Middle School this year. Always a great event to support a very worthy cause. We did a few other public recognitions. We recognized our City Housing Committee for the work that it's done over the last few years. We recognize the Tri-Valley Housing Opportunity Center for the work they do on housing programs and affordable housing in the Tri-Valley. We recognize the Mormon Church. We had hundreds of Mormon volunteers working in city parks this past weekend on various enhancements, and we also heard an update on the Alameda County Fire Department. So that's my report for today, May 13th, 2010. Have a great week.